and myself in Alberta, we've heard a few people shouting at us, "Go back to where you came from. We don't want outsiders here." You know, but let's be real. The only people here who are not outsiders are the Indigenous people. And I don't think we should forget that. We're not here to trash Alberta, to trash Fort McMurray, or the men and women who work in the tar sands. That's not our purpose. We are at a moment in human history that is absolutely unique. This has never happened before. We're running out of time. You know, when we had our catastrophic election on November 8th, and people said, "Oh my gosh, it's going to be a terrible 4 years, but we'll recover." It's new now. There is no easy recovery after 4 years. If we don't do what is right starting now, we are destroying the future for our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren. And we have no right to do that. Native people have been telling us for hundreds of years how we are supposed to live in relation to the land, and we never listened. It's amazing to me that they are still willing to stand with us and try to help us see how we should be behaving in relationship to the earth that supports human life. We haven't listened, and we are reaping what we have sown. We're running out of time. There's going to be a tipping point, and it's coming very fast, after which we will not be able to stop a catastrophe that will turn large parts of the globe uninhabitable for human life. Now, I'm an actor. I'm not an expert, but 99% of climate scientists say that this is what we're facing. This is unique, which means we also have a unique opportunity. We're at an existential crossroads. If we go down the road that the super wealthy, the super powerful, the people who want to pit us against each other for their own profit, the road that they want us to go down, it's going to be a disaster. There's another way. We wouldn't be here if there wasn't another way. This is what the Indigenous people have been telling us all along. And, you know, the reason that I wanted to come here as quickly as I could, when I heard that your Prime Minister, the shining hope at the Paris climate talks, you know, who talked so beautifully about needing to meet the requirements of the climate treaty and respect and hold to the treaties with the Indigenous people and so forth, and you know, such a heroic stance he took there, and yet he has betrayed every one of the things that he committed to in Paris. I guess the lesson is that we shouldn't be fooled by good-looking liberals, no matter how well-spoken they are. What a disappointment. You know, Trump is no surprise. We know but Trudeau, you know, we all thought, wow, cool guy, right? This is all going to be really good after what you've had up here for a while. What a disappointment. And it's because all the science tells us that we cannot keep removing fossil fuels from the earth. There can be no new fossil fuel infrastructure if we have any hope of meeting our Paris climate targets. You know, what already exists, the ones that are all the pipelines and the drilling and the fracking that's already there, it's there. And according to the experts, it's enough to allow humankind to make a compassionate, well-managed transfer to an alternative way. We don't need new pipelines, not here, not at Standing Rock, nowhere. And so I want to try to use my celebrity, not just here in Canada, but in the United States as well, and anywhere I can possibly go, to lift up this issue so that people, because the only way we're going to stop it is for people, average people, to raise up their voices, put their bodies on the line, and insist that this not go forward. You know, let's see the popularity bars, or whatever you call them, for your Prime Minister and our President-elect plummet. Let them plummet. Let them hit rock bottom. Let us expose these guys for what they are. And the tragedy is that the decision makers and the powerful people and the guys that are making so much money off the new infrastructure that they're trying to put in, it's to their benefit to pit each other against each other. It was so sad to see people in the Fort McMurray airport, you know, be hostile to us. We have a common enemy. I know they make good money. I understand you go where the money is in order to support your family. That's understandable. But we have to, at this point in history, take a long view and understand we're facing the same problem. We have to unite in the face of our common enemy. And we have to understand that there's another way, and there's another way that would be better for the men and women working in the fossil fuel industry. Yes, they're getting good money, but their health as well as the health of the Indigenous people is being compromised.